much younger wife. Spyders were the dynamic inferiors to their metal-roofed sisters, trading the opportunity to work on your 10 and to better appreciate their wailing soundtracks for less performance, less precision, and a noticeable reduction in structural rigidity. No longer. The 488 Spyder is so close to being the equal of the GTB in every regard as to make no difference. It's 110 pounds heavier, although a claimed 55 pounds lighter than would be an equivalent soft top. The mass added by the roof mechanism and some underfloor reinforcement at both ends. Yet Ferrari claims an identical 3.0 second 0 to 60 mph time for both versions and says they're only 0.3 second apart by the time they reach 124 miles per hour, which the Spyder manages in 8.7 seconds. More remarkably, the 488 Spyder is within a second of the GTB around a lap of the company's Furano circuit, and with its roof raised has, Ferrari says, 95% of the torsional rigidity of the coupe. Beyond the need to find slightly more money, and losing the chance to see the twin-turbocharged V8 through the GTB's clear engine cover, you don't really lose anything by picking the Spyder. In technical terms, a DNA swab would not separate the two cars. Ferrari tried to develop a separate suspension tune for the Spyder but then realized that it worked best with the exact same spring and damper settings as the GTB. The adaptable systems apparently are quick-wit enough to effectively cancel out the slight differences in mass and structural strength. Ferrari is particularly proud of the vehicle response time of 0.06 of a second, this being the time between making a steering input and the car starting to react. It's the same for both cars and just as quick as the hardcore 458 Speciale. Smart top. The roof is impressively clever. It's a two-part folding metal hardtop that can motor itself up or down in 14 seconds and at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. When raised, the only thing that gives away its non-permanence is the line that marks the gap between the two painted panels, plus the fact you can't see the engine. Once stowed, it hides invisibly beneath the rear panel that also conceals the rollover protection system behind the seats. An electric glass window at the rear acts as a wind deflector. With the roof down, there's never any doubt you're driving an open-topped car, but there's little buffeting, and at smaller throttle openings conversation can be conducted at comfortable volumes. From inside with the roof up, the cabin feels nearly identical to the GTB, with equally effective noise insulation. Ferrari didn't let us take the Spyder onto a racetrack. Our hair would have gotten all mussed up, but the drive through the hills around San Marino did include several roads with surfaces bad enough to suggest they were the work of some of Italy's most corrupt contractors. Exactly the sort of territory a manufacturer seeking to hide a roadster's structural issues would avoid at all costs. And therefore, we're certain, the reason we were there. From the gentlest progress to the sort of cross-country pace that the Aeronautica Militare would regard as reckless, there was no hint of shake or unwanted vibration with roof up or down.